Hello, all my wonderful people. Thank you for joining me. I hope this video is reaching those that need to hear this important message that I feel that will help everybody. I go by the name Empath Divine Intuitive, and welcome to my channel. You matter because you matter. If you are coming from my other page, Empath Divine, I want to thank you for following me from that page too. If you want to know more about that page, you can feel free to look in the link in the bio to tell you how to get there. And in the corner, you'll see it, especially if you're on a computer or a tablet device. It's probably like up in the corner somewhere. You can click to go to that page for divinational services. So I know when you guys seeing this title here, it's low manifestations versus high manifestations. I know you're like, what? You're probably a little curious about this. I was being compelled ever since the weekend, okay? Ever since the weekend to talk about this because I feel like this is something that has been brewing for some time. I feel the energy of a lot of people in the world right now is probably frustrated with things that they are manifesting and praying for that they want and they're not receiving it, okay? So this video is just going to touch base a little bit about it. I will try my best to see if I can put in some tips here, and hopefully this video will help you. And all I ask, guys, is that you give it a thumbs up and like it, hit the bell button and hit all so that you can always be notified when I'm putting up videos, when I'm posting things in the community tab, and share it, because you can share it to some individuals who may need it. So that's all I want to say. So if you hear the fan in the background, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to talk as loud as I can. We are in the middle of a heat wave and it's hot. So low manifestations versus high manifestations. The reason why I wanted to name it that title in particular, because, our life is all about balance, mate, highs and lows here, right? And I feel like when we hear the word manifestation, I just feel like a lot of people as of lately, whether it's manifestation, laws of attraction, I feel like they're like both of the same here. It's all about setting intentions. I feel like as of lately, people is not really believing in manifestations. People is not really believing that, manifestations is working. And some people may say, well, I don't believe it worked because I've been praying and manifesting and speaking for things for so long. Where is that? Why am I not receiving it? So my whole concept of low manifestation versus high manifestations, I'm going to try to break this down to tell you that, listen, at the end of the day, you're manifesting, okay? The universe works nonstop, okay? The universe is like this. It's a constant cycle. Even when we are asleep, the universe is still conserving energy, okay? Energy never sleeps, okay? That's one thing I want y'all to know, that energy never sleeps. So what you put out, it's always circulating. Let's say we're going to give some examples here, and let's say some of you are manifesting for a new job, right? And you're putting it out there in the universe. I'm speaking to you to send me out a good job. First of all, when it gets to your manifestations, I always say be descriptive as possible, okay? Because that's another thing. The universe is going to go by what you're sending out. So I will always say, don't just say give me a job, because then the universe will give you some shitty jobs that you don't want or need. So write it down. Hey, I'm looking for a job that has 6 figures, benefits, etc., flexibility, whatever you're going to say, and put it out there and believe in it, and the energy is just going to take it. But the moment you say something negative about it, it will disrupt that energy. So what I want to say about the concept, some people are asking here, do manifestation work? Does it work? It does. We are manifesting every day and we don't realize we're manifesting. Now, when it comes to low manifestation, I feel like with us, it's a cycle. We have people that's manifesting low. We have people that's manifesting in between and then high. I want to break this down and start with low first, and then we're going to get up to the top. So signs of low manifestation, what is that? Some of you may not even know you're doing that. Some of you may be aware of it. Now, low manifestations is this. You're constantly thinking negative about the things that you want. Your negative subconscious taps in, right? And let's say you have some goals set in what you want. I'm giving some examples. So let's say, like I said, one of your goals is to get a better job, right? And you set it out, you say it in your head, you write it down in your journal book, the type of job you want, what you're going for, the benefits, etc., etc. So you put it out there in the universe, and the low manifestation part of you is not feeling it when you're saying it. Oh, I hope I get this job, or I need a job, but you're not really explaining it to the universe. I need this job for this. I will have this job. It's coming to me. It's mine. I always say the power of the tongue is very powerful. You have to believe in what you say. Now, see, that's the part with some people who's in a low manifestation portal, I like to call it. You're not believing in it. So your words are not as powerful. So, for example, if you are saying these things that you want, in the back of your head, you're letting your negative subconscious telling you that you're not going to have it. Like I tell people, with any type of manifestations, before you can get to that high manifestation, even when you're at the high manifestation peak here, you do have to do inner work. And listen, I know people's like, what? Listen, what I mean by that, you have to change your faith and belief about what you're setting out and manifesting. Because if you don't believe anything that you put out, you're going to always stay at low manifestation. The minute you set something out to the universe that you want, whether it's love, money, flexibility, trips, whatever you're asking for, better health, whatever it is. Okay, I'm just giving examples, but I want you to think in this video what you keep asking for that's not working, because that's the purpose of the video, is to show why some things are not working. The moment you set that out, the universe hears you. But the moment you start thinking negative, you let your negative subconscious talk to you and tell you you're not going to have this, you're not going to have that, you're getting impatient. Oh, I done said this prayer about a year, 2 years, it's not here, I don't believe it, it's not possible, I can't, it's never going to happen, I give up. All these words you're giving to the universe is words that's going to keep you at a low manifestation. It's like equivalent to a low vibration, and it's going to keep you at a low manifestation. So helpful tips I tell people, if you're in this low manifestation tip, I don't want you to feel bad. It is normal, okay? Because our negative subconscious speaks to us normally. It's in the back of our mind program, and the whole point of the negative subconscious is to keep you in a comfort state so that you won't step out of your comfort zone and go for different. So if you're not believing in the things you're setting out, that means your negative subconscious is trying to keep you in that comfort state of not believing. When you start to believe in your manifestations, yes, it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. It's going to feel a little anxiety. Oh my gosh, can this really happen? You're going to question it. But you want to go from questioning it to manifesting it. So I always tell people, if you find yourself constantly stuck at the low, we're going to talk about the middle in a minute, because I feel like when you're in the middle part of your manifestation, you're in between low and high. So that means you're stepping up some. But we're talking about the low right now, because low means you have no faith into what you're saying and putting out there. You don't believe in your intentions. So yes, you have to do some self work on yourself in order for you to believe it. So how do you do this? Ways I tell people what to do. I would definitely say that you get a notebook. You get 2 notebooks. That's right. You need to do homework, because the whole program here is to constantly rewrite your negative subconscious and your belief system so that you can believe what you're putting out and setting out into the universe, and know that the universe will send it to you when the time is right, or even show you opportunities of ways you can get these things that you want. So get a book. We're going to call that the negative subconscious book, right? And the negative subconscious always sounds like you, and it's loud as heck. So anytime you have your things down on your list, what you want to manifest. So let's say the first thing you're trying to manifest is a new job, a new car, whatever, a house, whatever you're trying to do. So let's say every time when you say to the universe you want that, give it some time, you let it marinate. The negative subconscious is knocking at your door telling you that it's not going to happen and it's impossible. I want you to write down all those things that your negative subconscious is telling you. And I want you to look at it and really read what this negative subconscious is saying towards you. Then I want you to get another notebook or write beside it on another sheet of paper. And I want you to start writing the total opposite of what your subconscious is telling you. So, for example, if it's a new home and your negative subconscious going, you can't get a new home, you don't have the money, you're going to be stuck in this living situation, how you're going to do this, your credit is this, your credit is that, whatever the subconscious is saying towards you, you're going to write the opposite to that. I am going to get a new home. My credit is going to be top tier. I am going to, get in the right direction and do the things that I have to do to make my credit do good. I am going to be open to, people that can help me, etc. You're going to say totally different words. And the powerful words you're going to say is I am, I will, I can, it's happening. That's another thing. So remember those words I'm saying. I am, I can, I will, it's happening, it's mine, it's here already. Then you're going to build confidence up about yourself. I'm deserving of it. I'm abundant. It's mine. It's my birthright. It's meant for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, change these words and say that it is. And yes, it's going to make you feel like you don't believe it. But the practice of that is you have to say it every time. I don't care if you have to say it multiple times a day, because I always say this: the subconscious never sleeps. Just like energy, it's the same thing. Your negative subconscious never sleeps, but you can make your negative subconscious shut up though for a while. You can program it. I always tell people, some people say when they're doing their manifestations and it doesn't work, some people will say, well, I hear this voice within me that's kind of telling me that. No, there's a difference. It's a difference between your negative subconscious and there's a difference between your higher subconscious. Your higher subconscious is going to pep talk you like a coach and is going to tell you, get this done, make this happen, take this leap, do this. Hey, you can do this. Get up your butt. Do this. Make this happen. Yes, this is uncomfortable. That's how your higher subconscious is going to speak to you, because they want you to ascend to a higher state. But your negative subconscious is always going to want to keep you low. And that's where you get in the low manifestation portal. Because you have to realize it. If you're thinking negative about the things that you want, you know you're attracting the opposite, right? See, this is why I wanted to get at what the point, what I said in the beginning of the video is, some people feel like I'm not manifesting because the things that you want, you're not receiving it. But what the problem is, you're in a low manifestation level. And that means, listen, you are manifesting, but you're not manifesting what you deserve. You're not manifesting at a high level. You're manifesting negative. Listen, I'll give you examples here. You could be manifesting, let's give it another example. Let's say love, right? And you keep trying to manifest for love to come in your life, your soulmate to come in your life, right? But every time you manifest it, after a while, you let your negative subconscious come in and tell you, you can't get love, you don't deserve love, you're always going to meet the wrong person. You look like this, you're that. And if you listen to what that negative, because remember, when you're manifesting at a low manifestation, that's low bottom, nothing high is coming out of that. That means that's low energy coming towards you. That's your lower subconscious. So if you're hearing these negative subconscious saying these things to you, right? And if you're answering it at a low level by going, I don't know, maybe it is right, you know what? And you start replying back to the negative subconscious and saying, yeah, you know what, man, I can't get love right now. You know, I don't have this. I do look like this. I'm that. That means you're manifesting, but you're manifesting at a low level and you're going to get low results. And then sometimes you'll see why some people say, well, I don't believe that love exists because I've been manifesting for my person or love to come towards me and I keep getting the same type of people. But sometimes I ask people, well, how are you manifesting? What? I am manifesting. Okay, so every time you manifest for love and things that you want, are you believing it? Do that negative subconscious tell you something negative? And I'm telling you, 9 out of 10, the person agrees and say, you know what the negative subconscious does say. And I said, okay, but you're feeding it low information by answering it and believing it. And that's why you're at a low state. When you start to build up your subconscious, when your negative subconscious starts telling you you can't have love, you don't deserve love, you're this, you're that, that's when you start doing your powerful self-love affirmations and saying, I'm deserving of love, I'm lovable, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm confident, you know, I'm not settled in the flesh. When you start saying that, what you think was happening? You're building your manifestations up at a high level. And then what happens? The universe opens up doors to bring love towards you. All of a sudden, you could be going out more, or you're going to certain events and then you meet people or someone comes towards you. But remember, when you're manifesting for something at a high state, right, up here, but if you're not believing it, you drop it down here. What you're manifesting is all the way up here. How are you going to get it if you're staying at a low vibration, right? Because the high vibration which you're manifesting is always going to be up high. It's never going to come down low for you. And when you're manifesting at a low level, it's never going to go up high. You see what I'm saying? They're never going to equal. Now, the next level, I'll tell you that it's kind of like this. It's never equal, but it's kind of like this. But at a low state that you guys, some of you can be in, that low manifestation is never going to reach up to that high. It doesn't want to. It wants to stay low. So when you start to change your perspective about love and you start doing your inner work and things of that sort, then you'll climb up and meet the level. Well, I feel you will leave from low and jump up to a higher vibrational state. So I do feel like a lot of people that are having problems with manifestation and they're low manifestating, yes, you do have to do some type of inner work. Some people avoid that. Some people go, I don't have time to do it. Yes, you got time, okay? Because if you got time to be on your phone, you got time to text, you got time to be on social media, you got time to be in the blogs and doing all that stuff y'all doing, you have time to say affirmations. You can record yourself and say powerful affirmations and listen to it. There's always time to rewrite your subconscious mind. And when you are manifesting, you have to do this constantly because energy never sleeps and your negative subconscious never sleeps. It's normal, but you can always turn down the volume and shut it up. I always tell people, don't run from what your lower subconscious is saying to you when you're manifesting it. I wouldn't run from it. You should listen to it and be like, what you say? Say that again. Listen, I'm going to tell you this powerful trick I want you guys to do. The next time you're trying to manifest for something and your lower subconscious says something negative to you, I want you to say, you can say it to yourself, because you know some people might bug out if you're talking to yourself or whatever, but you could be to yourself, or you have to start learning to listen to your higher subconscious. You know how, like, if you're reading something and you're not reading with your lips, you can actually hear your voice read? That's your higher subconscious talking. So you can do this trick that you can actually have your higher subconscious talk and go, what you just say? Say that again. And then your negative subconscious would be like, it'll stop. You will notice in that time frame that your negative subconscious shuts up, because the negative subconscious is even surprised that you reacted. Because the point is, when you are manifesting, right? And then when you're manifesting for something high, right? Whatever you guys are manifesting for is to get you out of a low state. It's a high energy. That means you have to move. The low wants you to stay low. That's why I keep saying low vibration. That's when your negative subconscious come in. Anytime your negative subconscious is saying something negative to you after you pray for something and manifest for something, that ain't nothing but your negative subconscious. That ain't nothing but the devil's work. So you have to override that. But what I tell people in a powerful way is, don't ignore it. Sometimes listen to what it's saying and react towards it. But react towards it in a powerful way, and you can move up. Now, the next level, let's say you guys are not on the low manifestation level here. Let's say you're in the in-between. So the in-between means you are a high manifester and a low. You're like this, okay? So I'm going to just bump y'all up a little bit, okay? I'm going to bump y'all up, but I feel like a little bit higher, like here. Because high means you're top tier in your manifestation. So I feel like you're a little bit down here on this level. It's like, look, you see how you're like, it's like you go like this, up and down. It's like a scale, okay? Now, usually a person that is in between a low manifestation and a high manifestation, that is a person that manifests, sets intentions, you pump, you motivate it, but then you get aggravated because you're noticing after a couple weeks, a month, where is it? You're aggravated. You're manifesting, but maybe some of you are upset because you're not manifesting big things yet. So you go, oh, well, I manifested for this big thing, I didn't get that yet. But usually people that's in the in-between of their manifestations, they are usually receiving some manifestations, but maybe it's not exactly what you want. So again, you get a little negative. So remember, you're still in that low vibration manifestation port. You're up here a little bit. So it's like you set out your intentions for what you manifest. You get pumped. You believe it. Maybe a week or two later, you're doubting what you just put out. Anytime that you're doubting what you put out, you're pulling yourself in that low vibration portal. You know, it's like you're pulling yourself more down. See, it's like when you pull yourself more down, you're further away from what you're trying to manifest here. Remember, everything you manifest for is up high, is never low, right? So the more that you pull away from it and you don't believe it, you're pulling yourself back down. So usually some people that's in the in-between means you are manifesting, okay? That's a difference between someone that's at a low manifestation state, because a low manifestation person is someone that don't believe in anything that they put out. Okay, so I just want to break that down. That's how you will know where you're at right now. If you don't believe in anything that you put out, okay, I'm talking about you say it, but you don't believe 100% in it when you say it, then you're at a straight low state. But a person that's in an in-between state, it's like you're saying it, you kind of believe it low-key, but then it's like after a week or two or so, you don't see it, so you start hyperventilating. But guess what? Your negative subconscious is still talking to you. So when you're stuck in that middle, your negative subconscious is still creeping and saying stuff. I will suggest for people that's in the in-between of their high and low manifestation part, you got to still do the work. Some people feel like, you know, once they manifest, like I feel like people that's in the middle of the manifestations, they had some manifestations come towards them, and then they feel like, okay, that's it. No, you have to constantly train your mind. You have to constantly talk to your state. Because the more that you believe, right, and you keep speaking those positive things into what you're manifesting for, right, the more you get at a higher state. Now, I feel like you guys also have to do some exercise tips to keep you afloat. So again, get your journal books here. Write down whatever the negative subconscious tells you every time you're about to manifest. And this usually happens, okay, for anybody, whatever level you're in. Every time you try to manifest for something, I bet you any amount of money you feel uncomfortable when you manifest. Immediately, you're hyperventilating and you're really sitting here saying, this is stupid. Now, well, if a person that's saying this is stupid, they're usually at a low manifestation state. But if you're in the in between here, it's like you're pumped up, but you're drilling, like your energy goes down. It's kind of like a person who gets what do you call that? They get a sugar rush around 2 o'clock and they start getting tired. That's how you are when you're in the in between of your manifestations. It's like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing it. Okay, where's it at? And then usually the negative subconscious comes in and starts telling you you're wasting your time. This is corny. You shouldn't be doing this. No, you have to rewrite that negative subconscious. So again, I always suggest to do work. I know you guys have seen this on YouTube. Please feel free to look up some, powerful videos on here. The 369 method, the 555 method, the 333 method. That is you like writing, like I'm not gonna show y'all, but it's like you're writing things in your books here, okay? And you're doing it 3 times, 6 times, 9 times. Just really look at the numbers. These are numbers here that have powerful meanings to it. I want you guys to do your homework. That's why I'm saying it like that, so you can look it up. Start doing 369 method. Sometimes people have to write it down so that your subconscious can say it with you. It is powerful. Like I told y'all, if you was to get any book or a piece of paper, I don't care what it is right now, get a book, get a paper. Don't talk, okay? And look at that paper. You're going to hear your voice repeat everything that's on you. That is your higher subconscious talking to you. So again, you have to do inner work. You have to connect more with your higher self. You can connect more with your higher self by even writing things down. That's practice too. Yes, meditation is very helpful. You could look up meditations to rewrite the subconscious mind. You could look up, of course, self-confidence, affirmations to give you confidence. But one of the powerful things is to get a pen and paper, get a notebook, and I'm telling you, get 2 notebooks. It's very helpful. Write down what the negative subconscious says to you all the time, and then you're going to write total opposite of what it said. And yes, at first, you're going to feel like it's crap. You're going to feel like it's fake. But you want to go from it being fake to being real, because that's who you truly are. Like, listen, if you, for example, if you're struggling from check to check, but you know in your heart, your higher self spoke to you, and you know in your heart that you are supposed to be a multi-millionaire. You're a boss. You're a CEO. You have to start writing that down, that you are. You have to start putting those vision boards up and start looking at it every time. When your negative subconscious tells you you're not that and you can't be that, you have to look at that every day. I don't care how many times in a day. And that's another problem when it comes to low manifestations and high manifestations here. When you're either at a low manifestation set a level, or you're in the in between, the number one problem that goes on is that, all right, I know all of you guys here, once you manifest for something, leave it in the universe takes it. That's true. But what a lot of people is not telling you is that after you do this, the negative subconscious starts talking to you, right? You gotta remember that. We got negative entities. If you're into your spirituality, you're gonna know that the devil sends miserable people towards your way to distract what you're manifesting for, right? When you start feeling yourself getting confident, then all of a sudden you start seeing scenarios and situations. All of a sudden, people's coming into your energy trying to make it seem like what you're praying for and manifesting for is fake. That's distractions. Remember that. We have to remember, this is life here. We have up, we have down, we have light, we have dark. Okay, so it is going to be people and places that's going to come towards your way that's going to send distractions on what you're manifesting for. But your whole motto is to stay focused. Okay, to stay focused. So when you are manifesting these things, you have to believe it. When you set it out, yes, it's done. The universe took it already. It's done. It's being processed. But the minute you start talking down, here we go. All right, you already set your manifestation. Soon as, listen, whatever you manifesting for that you want, right? As soon as you send it off to the universe and you say, Samo to be, blessed be Ashe, Amen, whatever you say, I mean, whatever you're saying after it, right? And you send it off. As soon as you send it off into the universe, it's already high. It's up already. It's done. But the moment you let your negative subconscious come in, or anybody else come in and deteriorate that, you start dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And then the thing is, whatever you manifest don't come because you don't believe in it, and then you start receiving the opposite. So that's why I said the title Low Manifestation is to let you guys know you are manifesting. You are manifesting. Everything you say out and say out your mouth is the power of the tongue. Listen, you don't even have to be religious to say about the power of the tongue, because you have to be careful what you speak, right? And whatever you speak in, you have to believe what you're speaking in. The moment you start being negative, And listen, we're humans at the end of the day, okay? So if you set out for something and you go, damn, this ain't here yet or whatever, don't get scared and go, it's not going to come. It's okay, we're humans. What I'm talking about is someone who's at a negative state 24/7, downplaying everything that they prayed for. You are lowering what you're manifesting, and you're going to get a manifestation, all right? You're going to get the total opposite. Then you'll notice some people go, oh, I be manifesting for stuff, and it seemed like I get more bad than good. But then when you get more deeper and you speak to them and you go, well, when you're setting out these manifestations, are you believing in them? Yeah, I do. Are you sure you believe in them? Yeah, but it takes a long time for me to receive it. Or this person told me, see, that's where you're wrong at. And that's another number one code I want to tell a lot of you guys this too. Don't ever tell anybody what you're manifesting for. That's just my motto here. Don't let everybody know what you're manifesting for. I feel like manifestation should be very sacred. I mean, unless everybody as a family doing it for a group, that's different. That's like if you and your family, your kids or your loved ones are trying to manifest for a stronger love foundation, y'all trying to manifest for a family business together. I think that's different. But I'm talking about solo things about you. And this channel is You Matter, right? So I would not suggest that you tell everybody what you're manifesting for. It's supposed to be very sacred. Okay, that's where a lot of people go wrong too. Don't go telling everybody, yeah, I just manifest for me to get this new job, because you think everybody in that room is going to be happy that you're manifesting for that. It's going to be somebody already praying against you while they're smiling in your face going, wow, for real? But they're already saying the opposite, that they hope you lose. And then on top of that, if you don't believe in what you manifest out and you in your head going, damn, even though I manifest for this, I don't really feel like this is going to happen. You're dropping your manifestations and it's low. And in return, you're going to get the opposite of what you manifest for. So I always highly suggest when you are doing manifestations here, you have to do inner work in between these manifestations, because the key word is you have to believe in what you manifest for. You have to believe in order to receive it, right? It's like you could see it, you're dreaming it, but the next step is you have to believe it. I know you guys always heard that common slogan. I even heard it when I was little, was seeing is believing. A lot of people didn't believe it until they see it. Well, sometimes you ain't gonna see it. Just like energy, we don't see it, but we know it's there, right? A lot of people, when they believe in spirits and they know their loved ones is here, you believe it, you know it's there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's there, but we have to train our mind. Now, another healthy suggestion I want to give you guys too to do for homework as well to help you is to declutter your mind, your body, and soul. So look up some meditations with your chakras, okay? Because sometimes too, it could be affecting your third eye right here, your crown chakra here, your third eye and your crown chakra and your heart chakra. It could be making you like not feel it. That's another thing too. When you are manifesting, you have to feel it. I know we want to see it. We're going to see it. But you have to feel it. You have to feel it. You have to speak it. And you have to believe it, okay? That is one of the main powerful things. So sometimes we may have to get ourselves back into alignment again. Make sure you're protecting your energy and keeping negative people out of what you are manifesting for. I'm just saying. I want you guys to look up manifestation gurus, you know? Look up manifestation gurus that stays motivated on what they're manifesting for, because it is possible for us to manifest the things that we want, but we have to believe it. If we have no faith in ourselves and what we're putting out, how do you expect the universe to give it to you? If you're saying that you want to be a boss, you want to be 6 figures, a new home, love, whatever y'all asking for, you have to believe in what you set out. So the universe will go, okay, I can give this person this because this person knows in their heart that they're deserving of it. But if the universe sees that you don't believe you're deserving of what you want, they're not going to give it to you, because the key word, you have to believe it. You remember, your vibrations, your manifestations is up here. It's higher than that. It's at a high state here. And then if you're down low, they're not dropping. Your manifestations is not dropping down low to give it to you. That's not how it's going to go. If you're at a low vibration state, the universe is not going to give that to you, because it's like they're saying you're not going to do good with it. Okay? Now, we worked our way from the beginning. So the ones that's at top, right? The signs to know you're at your high manifestation is that the things you're manifesting for is coming to you easily. And a lot of signs will show that you receive some manifestations. Even if they came in small batches, you know that it's working. Every time when you receive your manifestations of what you're asking for, whether big or small, pat yourself on the back. Thank the universe that you have it, first of all. Gratitude is one of the main things. For any level state that you're on with your manifestation, once you set out in motion for what you want, show gratitude to the universe because they're giving it to you. Okay? Say that it's yours. So people that is at a high top tier manifestation state right now, they're believing in it. They're confident. They're confident in what they set out. They're not sitting here focusing on how long it's been since they manifested for something, because they know in their mind that what they manifest for is going to come to them when the time is right. It's going to come towards them. It's going to come to them on that right time when they need it. And like, I have wrote something in my book, and I don't even know what I wrote it for, but I put no time for negative. See how that's a powerful manifestation, right? So every time, whenever I go inside this notebook here, which is so cute, by the way, right? By the time I go into this notebook, the first thing I do when I open it up, no time for negative. So I know in this book, I don't have time for no negative bull crap. I got to keep myself focused. Now, I always tell people, with the power of manifestations, laws of attractions, just with everyday life, it is not always going to be cheery. It's not always going to be perfect. That is why you have to constantly do work to rewrite your negative subconscious. Listen, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I have to talk positive to myself 24/7. You got to do what you got to do until you feel it. That is the point of rewriting it, okay? Because that means you were at a negative subconscious state and you don't believe. So you're rewriting it so that you could believe in it. And when you start practicing and doing this, especially when you're at a high vibration, a high manifestation state, you will have more confidence in what you're manifesting for. So no matter how many times your negative subconscious tries to creep in and say something to you, get up out of here. You're not paying it no mind. You're going to laugh and you're going to go, okay, negative subconscious, you're trying to distract me of what I want. So basically, you're giving me a sign that I'm going to receive it. And that's another powerful thing I want to tell you guys before I end it. No matter what level of your manifestations where you're at, if your negative subconscious, every time you pray for something and manifest for something, right? And every time you feel nervous and your negative subconscious is saying something negative, that's a sign that you're going to get it. But that is the way for your negative subconscious, negative entities, miserable people, okay, that's praying against you. Those are ways to keep you down from you getting what you deserve. That is always a powerful sign when, listen, because like I said in the beginning of the video, there's a difference between your higher subconscious talking to you, because you know your higher subconscious will keep it real and warn you if this is not a great thing to do, but they're not going to put fear in you. They're going to show you other ways how you can get it. But your negative subconscious, it will feel very fearful. It will make you afraid to take a leap. So I always tell people, when you're manifesting for something, and mind you, this can be something you never manifested for, but you feel in your heart you want it, okay? That's like, for example, you're doing your work, you're healing, and you hear it's time to move. And you know in your heart that you do have to move. You know where you're at. It's not the environment. You're not elevating at the path and the state you want to elevate. You have a time frame of things that you're trying to get done here, and you know you need to do this. So as soon as you start prepping yourself up to say you know you need to do this, here comes negative subconscious coming in telling you no, you can't. That's a sign to tell you, yes, I can. You know, I don't know if any of you guys seen The Nutty Professor, but when he was Eddie Murphy was trying to lose that weight as Mr. Crump, and his negative subconscious was telling him he couldn't lose that weight, and he said, yes, I can. Yes, I can. He kept telling himself that because the negative subconscious was telling him he couldn't do it. The negative subconscious is playing a trick on you to tell you you can't do it, to keep you at a comfortable state. You have to get uncomfortable. And that is another sign to know you're manifesting too, is that you feel uncomfortable. When you're manifesting and you're saying these things, you feel nervous, you feel afraid. That's okay, because you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're doing something different. Every time we're about to do something different, it can be nerve-wracking until you take those steps and you feel good. So when you get yourself at that high top tier manifestation state, that means you believe in your manifestations. But that does not mean that you're not doing the work. A person that's manifest, I know like some of y'all may see some people, you know, on social media, you'll be like, damn, like how they do that? Like they on trips, they got this, they got that, and all they said is they manifest and they got it. Oh, that's gimmicks. That's a scam. It's no way they got that. Yes, they did. They put in work. They put in mental work. They put in physical work. And then the divine and the universe helped them to put in physical work. So yes, it is true. I know some of y'all look at it and go, how they manifest $100, $500? Really, that's fake. They manifested it because you know why? They kept their heart open to receive. They kept their mind open to receive. They kept themselves open to receive the ways how you can get it, because the universe will show you so many ways that you can get the things that you want. But you have to be open towards it. And if you're staying at a low manifestation state, or even if you're in the in-between and you keep trying to manifest but you keep knocking it down, you're never going to receive at that high state. So I hope that these can be helpful and tip ways of how to do it. But I definitely wanted to do this video to tell somebody out there that you're manifesting, because some people question it if manifestation is even working, or some of you may even be questioning is if your manifestations really work. Some of you feel like they're not working at all. But I want to tell you, everything and every action you say or do, you're manifesting it. Believe it or not, we're all manifesting. So listen, I'm gonna say another tip before I leave, especially if it's about money, okay? If you're walking around in a low manifestation state, and if you're going, I'm broke, whoo, I'm broke, I don't got it, I'm broke, I can't buy this right now, I can't afford this right now, I don't have the money, I don't have it, I'm always gonna be poor. Do you understand what you're telling the universe here? You're gonna stay in that low manifestation. And then you know how I'm gonna tell you how your manifestation is gonna work if you're guilty of saying that? How much you want to bet, and somebody can comment it if this has happened. As soon as you talk like that and you say that, give it a couple of days to a week or so, here go these unexpected bills popping up. You see what I'm saying? Because you keep saying you are, so it's like the universe, it's like you're going to get more problems. You see what I'm saying? Because you're manifesting at a low state. Like, to me, in my opinion, intuitively, I feel like there's different parts of our universe here. We have our universe that's working in the system to give you what you need. And then if you're being negative, they're like, oh, okay, that's what they want. I'm going to give them that too, because that's what they said. And you notice when you talk like that, you get more further in debt, right? Your bills pile up more. And you start noticing you're more broker by the day because you said it. So then people get mad and go, oh, I don't believe in manifestations because this. But if you ask them, well, be honest. At any time did you keep saying you broke and you don't have it? Did you say that? And they're going, you got to admit to it. And that's another thing about manifestation. You got to admit your wrongs. You got to admit. And if you're talking like that, you're going to always stay at a low manifestation state. So then that means you can't manifest. But when you start believing in it and you go, okay, even if you look at your account and you only got $10 to your name right now, y'all, you're going to look at that money and say, listen, this is a temporary issue. This $10 in my account is temporary. This $10 is going to go from $100 to $1,000 to $10,000 to $100,000. Money is going to come into my account multiple ways. And I am open, universe, about how this money is going to come towards me. I'm open to how I'm going to progress and make multiple streams of income. I am not poor. I am rich. That's how you have to talk to yourself. And yes, your negative subconscious is going to be telling you, oh, that's bull crap, you're broke. But you gotta say, no, you're broke. But I know I'm not. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you and your higher self have to talk so you can extend. And every time you keep talking that powerful stuff about yourself and you believe it, you keep manifesting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And when you believe that it's happening, boom, all of a sudden, the universe, God puts opportunities in your way, and that money, you be like, yo, I just was broke with $10 and now I'm rich. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's possible. It can happen. But the moment you lack it and you don't believe it, you get limited results, right? You got to get from here to here. Remember, if you're at a low state manifesting and at a low vibration, the higher vibrations is not going to drop down to benefit for you, because that's the point of manifesting at a higher state. Remember, higher state is going to stay high. That's like high vibration and low vibration, right? That's like, for example, if you are, healing yourself, you're cutting yourself away from toxic people, you're not over drinking, you're not overeating, you're not over smoking, like whatever. Let's say you lived a crazy hectic life. No judgment here, but I'm just saying, let's say you live a crazy hectic life, but you had a wake up and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, right? So now you're changing yourself. You're telling yourself, look, I'm beautiful, I feel good, I look good, I'm this, I'm that. High state, right? And then all of a sudden, the old crowd you used to hang with, they're at low vibration state. They come in and want you to hang and do reckless stuff that you did before. The moment you do that, you drop down to them. You're low, but you're going to look at that like, I don't want to do that. That's low. That's low vibrational. It's the same thing. And do remember, guys, whatever that you're manifesting for right now, whatever you're praying for in your life that you need, whether it is love, your health, whatever it is, you have to have full intention and believe it. If you're manifesting about confidence and love and self-love and romance, I suggest before you do any of that work, you have to take care of you. And that's another important thing I'm going to say before I end out of here. It's like this. Some people, not all, because a lot of manifestors, to talk about that, even with laws of attraction, you have to believe you have the power to set the intention. You have to believe that you have the power, and you guys have the power. All of you that's looking at this video, you have the power to create and manifest anything you want. And yes, the universe will tell you if there's one way you're trying to do it, sometimes it may not work that way. It could be another door that's going to open. Because I'm going to be real with you too. Sometimes you can manifest for something and the universe could be trying to show you, and your spiritual team could be trying to show you, that's not really what you should be doing. Go this way. You know, don't get negative and think, this sucks, this not working, blah. Then you stay at a low state. So then the universe like, damn, I just was about to show him or her how you could do it this way. But if you're staying at a low state, they can't show you. You have to be open to receive, okay? Another thing too, you have to do some type of inner work. You do. Because if you're at a low manifestation state and you keep manifesting, but it's nothing but negativity, that means you need to do inner work. And the inner work is going to be worked on your confidence and your belief. You're going to have to do things on self-love. Whatever the area that you need to work on to manifest, you're going to have to work on that and believe it, for real. And when you start to build up that confidence, you're going to start noticing you're changing your words when you're saying what you have. Yeah, I have it already. It's mine already. I'm not stressing about that bill because that bill's going to be paid in full. I already know the universe is going to show me a way. You know, I'm going to take action when I'm supposed to. The universe is going to guide me to a direction that I got to do to get this bill paid. And it's going to happen for you. So I want y'all to know, manifestations is real. It works. But it's all about the energy behind it and the faith behind it. So I hope this, resonates. It's a long video, but hey, it's worth it. I had to say what I had to say. And I want you guys to play this as many times as you can here to just get a feel of it, because all of us deserve to have the things that we want and more. And all of you guys are manifestors. I don't want you guys to think that you have to be a wizard or a witch or have magical powers to manifest or have to do all these conjunctions. Listen, if you want to do inner work, some people do little inner spells or things like that to boost up their manifestations. That's cool. It's nothing wrong with that, but that's extra. All you have to do is have the faith and the confidence, and the words that you're using and what you're writing. You can script what you want, okay? And scripting is speaking as if it already has happened already. You guys can do future manifestations, but how you do it is you're going to talk about yesterday that it happened. So you could say right now, today, yesterday I became successful. Yesterday I got my job. Yesterday I got my new home, my new house. That's how you speak it. Those are ways you can do these things. You get what I'm saying here? And that's how it can work. So you got to do the work here. You can't say you're going to want to manifest something and then you just say that and that's it. And then you're walking around all day talking negative about something you just manifested about. Because as soon as you talk negative about something you just manifested about, it's going to drop back down and you ain't going to be able to receive it. So please make sure you share this to people that could benefit from this. And I will catch you guys with another lovely video. And do remember, guys, you matter. So make sure you take care of yourself. Bye for now.